Hello, everyone.
Bonjour à tous, bienvenue au Théâtre national de la presse. Le premier ministre Justin Trudeau va faire une annonce. S'il vous plaît, mettez vos téléphones sur vibration pour ne pas déranger la conférence de presse. Après l'allocution, on va prendre des questions. We'll have question afterward. The list is here. Monsieur le Premier ministre.
Merci, PV. Hello, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Merci d'être avec nous ce matin. Comme vous le savez tous, la semaine dernière, c'est tout le pays qui a été ébranlé par la tragédie. Nous avons tous été choqués d'apprendre que le vol 752 de Ukrainian Airlines avait été abattu par les Iraniens. La nouvelle du décès de 57 Canadiens, de 138 passagers, de 176 personnes a plongé le Canada dans le deuil. Mais c'est dans ces moments sombres que nous avons aussi été témoins d'un grand élan de solidarité. We now know many of the stories of the 57 Canadians, of the 29 permanent residents, and of the visitors and students who made up the 138 people coming to Canada that day. Across the country, Canadians came together to pay tribute to the victims, to offer their condolences to the families, to be there for their community. The outpouring of love and support we've witnessed this past week has been a beautiful tribute not only to the victims' memory, but to their spirit. What happened last week was nothing short of a national tragedy. To the families and loved ones of the victims, all Canadians are mourning your loss. You are in our thoughts and in our hearts during this most difficult time. Comme nous l'avons dit à plusieurs reprises, notre plus grande priorité en ce moment, c'est d'appuyer les familles et les proches des victimes. Au cours des derniers jours, la vice-première ministre Freeland, le ministre Champagne, mon secrétaire parlementaire Omar Al-Khabra et moi-même avons rencontré des familles touchées par cette tragédie à Montréal, à Toronto, à Edmonton et à Vancouver. Mercredi, le secrétaire parlementaire Al-Khabra et le ministre Garneau ont tenu un point de presse pour faire une mise à jour sur les derniers développements. Ils ont annoncé que notre gouvernement et Santé Canada se mobilisaient pour veiller à ce que les personnes endeuillées aient accès à des services de santé mentale. J'ai demandé au sénateur Stan Kutcher, un expert dans le domaine de la santé mentale, de conseiller l'unité d'intervention d'urgence sur les meilleurs moyens d'appuyer les familles. Je tiens aussi à rappeler à tout le monde que la semaine dernière, notre gouvernement a mis en place une ligne téléphonique et une boîte courriel réservée aux familles pour les demandes liées à l'immigration. Affaires mondiales Canada a également conçu un site web pour les familles qui contient des renseignements sur le soutien offert à ceux et celles qui ont perdu un proche. Our government is waiving or reimbursing all fees for visas and other required travel documents and expediting requests. This means that while regular application screening still applies, we can issue visas to families in a matter of hours instead of weeks. Other needed travel and status documents, such as permanent resident cards and permits, are also being processed much more quickly than they usually would in these particular circumstances. As part of Wednesday's update, Minister Garneau also talked about assistance for families, and we now have more details to share with Canadians. As a first step, the government will give families of the victims who are Canadian citizens or permanent residents $25,000 per victim to assist with their immediate needs, such as funeral arrangements and travel. This is a unique and unprecedented situation because of the international sanctions placed on Iran and the difficulties that that imposes on these families. I want to be clear. We expect Iran to compensate these families. But I have met them. They can't wait weeks. They need support now. Je veux insister sur le fait qu'il s'agit d'une première étape. Ces familles ont perdu un proche dans des circonstances extraordinaires qui rendent cette période de deuil encore plus éprouvante. Notre gouvernement demeure fermement engagé à obtenir justice pour ceux et celles qui ont perdu un proche, et ça inclut une compensation financière. We also know that families are looking for legal information and resources, and I'm pleased to announce that we are working with Pro Bono Ontario to provide more support. A dedicated national 1-800 line will connect callers from anywhere in Canada to a lawyer who can provide legal information and advice. In times like these, I am incredibly proud to see Canadians coming together in support of those who are hurting. Air Canada and their partners at Qatar Airlines have been facilitating travel for those wishing to travel from Canada to Iran or from Iran to Canada. Our government is working with the Canadian Bankers Association so that families can manage the estates of the victims more easily. Similarly, we've also been working with the Canadian Life and Health Insurance Association to ensure that families are receiving the services and support to which they are entitled. And finally, a number of wonderful initiatives, including Canada Strong and others, have also been set up by communities across the country to provide additional support to those in mourning. I encourage Canadians to make a donation if they can. Our government is also looking to support these efforts, and we will have more to share in the coming days. Canada continues to call for a thorough and credible investigation into last week's tragedy. Yesterday, Minister Champagne was in London to convene the members of the International Coordination and Response Group for the victims of Flight PS752. They agreed on a framework to guide our engagement with the Iranian authorities. And as we speak, Minister Champagne is in Oman, meeting with his Iranian counterpart to discuss how we can bring justice and accountability to the families of the victims. He is also reiterating Canada's call for de-escalation in the region. As we have said before, last week's missile attacks by Iran in Iraq put the lives of our men and women in uniform at risk. Minister Sajjan has been meeting with troops in the region who've been working hard with our allies to stabilize Iraq and counter Daesh. Une semaine après la tragédie, la situation continue d'évoluer. Je veux assurer tous les Canadiens que notre gouvernement se mobilise sur tous les fronts pour appuyer les familles en deuil et obtenir les réponses à nos questions. We're working hard to bring some peace of mind to those affected by last week's tragedy. Our top priority is to support them during this incredibly difficult time. Once again, I thank you all for joining us.